Hello and welcome back to the Motorhome Review channel. Jules and I are out testing this Malibu integrated motorhome and we've arrived at Overbrook Caravan Park. Now Overbrook is near Pickering in North Yorkshire. This is a fabulous adults only site. It's family owned, it is part of the Tranquil Parks group as well, and it's an ideal base for exploring the North Yorkshire moors, Pickering Thornton le Dale, where we actually are, and I'll show you what is here because there is an ice cream parlour and a fish and chip shop within half a mile's walk. Imagine my personal excitement. So we're going to be taking a look at those. In Pickering you can also take the North Yorkshire Moors Railway, which is a steam railway, all the way out to Whitby. So that's another thing that you can do. I love this area. But before I get a bit too enthusiastic about it, let's take a look first of all at Overbrook Caravan Park. I'll tell you all about it. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Malibu as well before we start trundling around the campsite. Because Jules and I, we've collected this, we've had a night in it. I had a couple of questions. If you saw that video, my questions were, how does an integrated motorhome compare to a semi-integrated? Does the Malibu build quality live up to his reputation? And there's a couple of other bits. There's going to be a full review, so obviously all will be included in that. But so far, Jules said it's brought up more questions and answers in many ways. But this is actually a 3.5 ton motorhome, so you can drive it on your car licence. It's 6 metres and 85 centimetres long, but it's like a TARDIS. It's so comfortable as well. I'll let you have a little peek inside. I'm not going to let you, but come on, I'll give you a little peek inside and then we'll trundle around the caravan park. But that lounge there is phenomenal. We've had such a comfortable evening sat there. The integrated gives you so much more headroom above the cab as well. And then back there, those are our single beds. So for the size, I'm really confused about how Malibu have got everything in there. But anyway, let me close that up. I'm not going to take my backpack because we're not going far straight away. So let me lock the motorhome. Now, Overbrook, I told you it's adults only, it is dog friendly. It's got 50 hard standing pitches, as you can see here, and they all have electric hookup. I'm going to show the electric hookup and tell you a story about what happened to us last night. Various size pitches, some are bigger, some are smaller. As I say, we're 6 metres 85, so it gives you an idea. But it's beautifully laid out, and even just features like the little flower bed here and the trees. It's got a beautiful feel to it. There is a donkey somewhere. I think he lives over there. He was eoring last night. And then this morning, there's the farmer's fields behind us. So all the cows were out this morning. You can walk to Thornton le Dale, which is half a mile, just literally straight up the road alongside the beck. I don't know if you know what a beck is. It might just be a northern thing, I don't know. But I'll show you the beck. It's basically a stream. But in the north, we call them becks. You also call them brooks. Hence it's probably called Overbrook. But yeah, so we'll see that. Now, dotted around the site, there are electric bollards for your pitch. Now, you actually have electric meters here. So what you do when you arrive, and I must say I had a really friendly welcome, but when you arrive you get a card and you've already got some credit on it, but you can put more credit on it, and you touch it on there and your electric's metered. So what happened to Jules and I last night was I rather underestimated the amount of electric we might need in the Malibu, because I'm not used to it, to be fair, and it's got Truma air blown heating, not Alder. So at about midnight, I think we ran out of electric, and at 3 o'clock, Jules and I woke up and we were rather frozen. So I dived out and I put the heating on gas, because obviously it will run on gas, but because it had been set just to the electric, it had just cut out. Oh, hecky thump. I nearly said a different word, but oh, hecky thump. We were absolutely frozen. So joking aside, my absolute advice, if you're going to Overbrook, is top up your electric card. I've put £10 on it now this morning because I'm not going to fall foul of that one again. But yeah, make sure you do put, I'd say we're here for 3 nights and I've just put £10 on now. So talking about prices, Overbrook, I have paid £38 a night. We're at the end of March. We're actually just gone into the Easter holidays. I don't know the full tariffs throughout the year, whether they change. I'll put a link into the website, into the description, sorry, to the website so you can check that out. Dotted around as well, we're down the bottom end here. There are fresh water taps, which there's one situated over there. There's also a bin store down this end, and then there's the main bins up at reception. What we'll do, we'll trundle down. There's two parts to the site. It sort of loops round here. We're going to trundle straight down that way, back to the reception and the facilities, which is where Jules and I came in. So let's make our way down this way. Now, when Jules and I got here, we got a barrier card. So the barrier, which we'll see, you use your card to get in. It works, obviously, there's a pillar on both sides, so you get in with that. When you check in, you'll also get an information card with all sorts of stuff you might need for the local area. You get your electric card, and you actually get brought down to your pitch as well, which is nice. It is dog friendly. There's a German Shepherd out as well. You all know we love German Shepherds because we had Fudge, so dog friendly. There's a little dog walk just down at the end as well, like an enclosed area. So you have got a little on-site dog exercise area. But I think the main thing that you're going to be doing is either walking down into Thornton le Dale, which is where we're going to head, or potentially going up to Pickering. There's a good car park in Pickering as well. If you're going in your motorhome, you want to drive up, and that's near the train station for the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. So you can park there and explore Pickering on foot. You can also, as I say, jump on the train and head off to Whitby. If you're wondering about public transport from the site, the nearest bus, you would have to walk that half a mile into Thornton le Dale, and there's a bus route running towards Pickering and actually to Scarborough as well. So if you wanted to go to Scarborough, which is about half an hour from here, you can jump on a bus, so you don't have to get your motorhome off the pitch. Right, Jules and I have now arrived at the top of the site. So this is the security barrier. So when you arrive, you'll be at the other end. I'll show you where to park. And then just to the right of there is the dog walk area. So this is when I was telling you about the secure dog area. That's there as well. So you can obviously let your dogs have a bounce around. Now this here is the little, the beck or the brook or the stream. It's beautiful. Just looking over. So we're literally over the brook, look. I wonder where they got the name from. So yeah, that's beautiful. North Yorkshire's a stunning place. I've lived in North Yorkshire for a long time. I'm now over in East Yorkshire, but North Yorkshire is home to me. Now, when you arrive, the main entrance, you're going to come from here. You stop just up there on the left-hand side, and then you walk down, and we've got the reception area. I had a fabulous welcome. They'll tell you everything you need to know in there. They've also got a little shop, and it is licensed as well. So if you don't want to go off in your motorhome, but you really want a nice drink and you've run out, you can pop in there and buy alcohol. There's also other bits, and there's loads of eggs and bits and pieces and just basics. And there's also caravan and motorhome accessory items for emergencies as well. Then in here, we've got a laundry room and an information centre as well. So that's there, the information and your laundry. And then bins, there's general waste up here and recycling. And then just up here, we've got paws and pedals wash area. So you can wash off your dog, and you can also wash off your bikes or your boots if you've been out and about on an adventure. If my boots have got that mucky, I need to wash them off, hecky thump. I've definitely not been in a chip shop and an ice cream parlour, have I? Next, we've got a dishwasher and hand wash room. Let's just have a look in here. So in here, we have dishes, sink and hand washing of clothes. There's also an iron and an ironing board. I don't even have one of those at home. I'm not even kidding. So I certainly won't be using it when I'm away. And here we have our Elson point. As far as I know, there's only one point on the whole site, so you will have to trundle down with your Elson, your toilet cassette, and drop it in there and give it a hose off. We do have a motorhome filling point, so if you need to fill up, there's a hose as well. This is a bonus because, as I always say, you generally need a hose pipe on most of the caravan and campsites and motorhome sites you'll go to, but we've got a hose. If you're a bit funny about it, bring your own, because you can take this off. So if you do want a drinking water hose or your own, you can do that. But otherwise, brilliant. And that's a long hose as well. So that's nice to see. It saves you having to get your own hose pipe out. We actually filled up at home, Jules and I, because we didn't bring our hose pipe with the Malibu. Then we've got ladies and gents facilities. What I'll do, I will take you into the ladies and we'll go and have a wander around there. So the ladies and gents is next to each other. Let's go and have a look in the ladies. So in we go. So these are the facilities here. So first of all, I do apologise about the lights flickering. You've got the toilet cubicles. There is a Dyson hand dryer, and then the sinks. Then in terms of the showers, there's separate shower cubicles. I'll just lift you up. So that's like a fixed head shower there. And you have got the on and off. It's not a push by the look of it. I won't do it now or I'll end up absolutely drenched. And then if we just come up this side, you can see into that one as well. So you will just have to hang your clothes around the door. And there we go. Right, let's go out and find Jules. I don't know, oh, there's a hairdryer as well, and a mirror, and there's another shower there. So 3 showers and some toilet cubicles, and then there he is. He's studying something. What are you studying, Jules?
Just reading all the...
oh, here, about what they sell. Yes, there we go. I don't know whether you can see that. They've also got some holiday cottages as well here. So if you want to rent a cottage, or you've got family that want to come and join you, you can do that as well. So that is a look at the facilities. We've seen the Elson Point, the reception, and the site itself as we've trotted off round there. What Jules and I are going to do next is we're going to go back down to the Malibu, and we're going to jump in that, and we're going to head up to Thornton le Dale, and then we're also going to go to Pickering and have a look there. There is, as well as in Thornton le Dale, the ice cream parlour, which I'm most certainly keen to try, there's also not far a farm shop, and that's meant to do incredibly good food. It might be called Cedarbarn, but I can't 100% remember. I'll let you know when we go, because my plan is to go to the farm shop for lunch and test that out. So let's dive in the Malibu, head off to Thornton le Dale and Pickering and do a bit of exploring. As I said, you can walk to Thornton le Dale. It's half a mile straight up Malton Gate, I believe it's called. We've come up in the Malibu because we are going off further afield. Parking, I've researched this, and the car park here just off Malton Gate, as you come back from Overbrook towards the village, it's on your right hand side before you get to the village, and as you come in, loads of headroom, so don't worry about height, and as you come in it says coaches and motorhomes, and it feeds you into this area here. So coaches and motorhomes in here, the main car park's there, so if you're also coming in your motorhome to the area, you can park here. Now, it didn't really stipulate what I should pay. It just said coaches £7.25 for 12 hours, so I've gone for that because I'm in the coach area. Otherwise it said cars and motorcycles £3.80 for 1 hour, I think it was, and then obviously it went up. I always think, if in doubt, pay the highest fee, because the council will definitely make sure they do you if you haven't done that. So I've gone £7.25 for 12 hours. Pay and display, quite simple. So yeah, loads of room. So even if you've got a huge motorhome, you won't struggle here. We're now just going to venture off. There's a path. So we're going to take the path and head into the village. It says I think it's 30 metres walk now into the village centre. And that is where I intend to find an ice cream parlour. 21 flavours apparently. I have done a bit of research. They've got a new Milky Bar flavour. They've got a Jammy Dodger flavour. They've got a Bounty. Oh, they've got loads. I'm looking forward to this. They also do some food and drinks by the look of it inside. So that's where I'm going to head. There's a bakery here, there's a fish and chip shop here, there's a takeaway, there's pubs. So it's quite a little bustly village. Anyway, less talking, more walking. Come on. Oh, fabulous. So Jules and I have literally come from over my shoulder. There's a bridge. that's where the car park was. There's a nature trail all the way around a duck pond, and there's all these sort of wood statues. Oh, lovely, that's brilliant. I'd just come and just do that walk around there. And then here is the beck or the stream running through. Moulton Gate is just down there. If you'd have carried on walking, you're going to pop out there, and then you're straight here into Thornton le Dale. There's a factory, a chocolate factory, lavender tea rooms, and then obviously continuing around, the ice cream place is literally just over the road. There's a pub over here, a couple of pubs, a sandwich shop, and there's definitely a fish and chip shop because I can smell it. I haven't seen it yet. So I think what Jules and I'll do next, we're just going to have a little potter about, but we're going to head over to the ice cream emporium. I can't remember what its name is, something like Boulder Stones, or let me look on my map. I should have got this information for us, shouldn't I? Yeah, Bouldersons. I was close, I was so close. So yeah, we'll potter that way, but this is basically Thornton le Dale where you're going to come out. So yeah, come on, let's go get some ice cream. It might be absolutely freezing, but it's never too cold for ice cream. We've done Thornton le Dale. We went into Boulderson's coffee shop, which is sort of next door to the ice cream parlour. It's a completely separate building. And we've had some lunch. It was actually really nice. And inside it was like a tea roomy feel, but beautifully finished. Really, really nice. I had a jacket potato with beans and cheese, and Jules had a jacket potato with tuna mayo. A couple of drinks, really nice. Do recommend that. And then I shot to the ice cream parlour, as you'd have expected. And I got a waffle cone with one scoop, and it was a big scoop, £3.50, really good value. It was a massive ice cream. There will be a picture appearing on screen now, I know. And I got the Milky Bar flavour, which was a new flavour. Yeah, that was average, to be honest. I'd try a different flavour. The Milky Bar wasn't amazing. But the ice cream did seem nice. There was loads of choice, but yeah, the Milky Bar was just a bit average. So I've had my ice cream, and then we trotted back to the Malibu, got in the Malibu, and then we're driven in the direction of Pickering. We're now not in the car park at Moulton Gate, as you can see. We're actually at Cedarbarn Farm Shop. So as you drive towards Pickering, this place is, I'd say it's just literally about 3 minutes from Thornton le Dale. It's on your right hand side going towards Pickering. There seems to be a reasonable amount of parking, although I'd say if you're over 7.5 metres, parts of it could be a bit of a challenge to park in, so just bear that in mind. We've parked in the overflow car park. Free parking. There's a farm shop, a cafe, a little railway that does a little loop. That looks brilliant, and a children's playground. We had a look at some of the food. Obviously, we've just eaten anyway, but we had a look at some of the food, and it looked fabulous. Sort of top end of the price bracket, I'd say, but it did look fabulous. And we did a trot round the farm shop, and the sausage rolls look quite mega. But in absolute not true fashion, we didn't buy anything in the farm shop. What we're going to do now is carry on down to Pickering. We'll have a toot around Pickering. We'll show you that. I'm not going to be getting out and talking at Pickering. We're just going to do our thing. And then I will next see you back on our pitch at Overbrook. And there you have it. That has been our trip to Overbrook Caravan Park in the Malibu integrated motorhome. There's going to be a full review coming of that motorhome. Hopefully you have enjoyed a look around this caravan park. It might give you inspiration of somewhere to stay. and hopefully you've enjoyed having a look at the local area and finding out a bit more about what you can do to explore North Yorkshire, including the moors and the coast. And I don't know why I'm pointing that way and that way, because I've no idea which direction either is, but there you go. In the description I'll put a link to Overbrook so you can find out a bit more. I'll also put a link to the North Yorkshire Moors Railway and a couple of the other bits that Jules and I have done, and to Malibu, so you can have a look. That is a really agile and compact motorhome. Interesting one. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.